Hey, let's not forget, there are knuckleheads everywhere. The other thing I found at IFT, in being in one of the areas we were in was called the Startup Pavilion, and the Startup Pavilion is just that. There's a lot of companies there looking for startup funding, startup money, investors, banks, and I was amazed at how many companies just were very standoffish when it comes to being interviewed. I mean, at this day and age where you're trying to at least, share what it is your company does in their case, what their unique product is, what they are trying to do or can do or have done or whatever it may be. And it's absolutely mind blowing to me how many meatheads were, I don't mind being standoffish and I don't mind somebody just saying no, but don't be an ass. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that were treating me as if I was a pain in the neck or a nuisance, and I found that extremely frustrating. But my point with this video is for salespeople here in particular, these are the kind of things that you're going to have to get used to. This isn't easy necessarily trying to do something we're not. As salespeople, we want to sell. As salespeople in the packaging space, we want to engage with people who actually, either use or are a decision maker for the packaging or whatever it may be. And the fact that there's an intermediate step or two now at these trade shows in particular, you're not going to find, rarely will you find a decision maker. Rarely will you find somebody that can actually open a door for you. There's a couple of steps in between, and it's really, really important that you understand and play the game accordingly. If these people are jerks, you just walk on and move on, next and move on. And it's just, I'll shake my head at several of these people going like, what the hell? What do you think this whole idea here is? It's about communication, communicating who you are, and what are you there for in the first place? If you're going to literally just stand around at a booth and not want to be interviewed by somebody, I mean, you're an idiot. And there's a lot of those people that were out there, and again, it rubbed me the wrong way, but the point for packaging people is use this, move on, find another one, be prepared. I saw a video of a young kid that interviews or at least attempts to interview successful people, and then he posts these on YouTube. It's called the School of Hard Knocks. And he was mentioning that for the longest time, it was taking 50 no's to get one yes. And that's since kind of that gap has narrowed. But what I'm getting at here, very similar in the packaging space, there's a lot of companies that need and could use some help and guidance in communication and getting the word out and finding out what they discuss, or basically determining what they do better than somebody else, and then sharing that information accordingly. These guys that just basically are waiting for the phone to ring or waiting for their sales reps to go out there and sell to create interest and direction and business is just, it's doomed for failure. In the packaging space, I've been harping on this for years now. The packaging space has been very slow to react to this kind of stuff. They're still happy with themselves. The last 10 years that they got a website. And then they basically will say under their breath, well, the website didn't bring us any business. No one knows. Yeah, because it's changing. And the whole idea behind this is you've got to keep up with the times. And, having a website was 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. Now it's, and then it went into content and Google and being found and search. Now it's social media and being found and search. Soon it'll be AI and being found and getting your message out. So the point is there's so much of this that's out there right now, and in the packaging space, they just don't get it. And I am determined to kind of bring this full circle. I am determined, whether I'm helping companies, helping reps, stand out, be different, get their message heard, something that really emphasizes, the packaging space and our willingness to be different, our willingness to help. And I really think this whole process of being online And social and sharing is going to pay dividends in the long run. So I hope this is helpful. Just as a recap, there's a lot of knuckleheads out there that'll do some head scratching things like, "What the hell are you doing here?" Then, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be videoed by anybody, but I'm looking for investor capital. Where do you think those people are? Where do you think those bankers are? Hey, wait a minute. Where do you think the underwriters are going when they're trying to determine what you're doing and who you are? Do you think they're just going to your website? You don't think they're going to look up your social profile and what you're posting on LinkedIn and who you are and what you've done in the past? And it doesn't matter whether I interviewed you or Barbara Walters interviewed you. The point is that it's an interview, and just mind blowing to me how many people just cannot get this through their heads. So anyhow, I hope you have a great week. Thanks again. Talk to you.